Can you truly perceive what lies behind someone's smile? The reality, my friend, is that often this smile acts as a mask. It's a facade crafted to hide intentions that never see the light of day. Manipulation, you must understand, is a subtle art, nearly invisible. It's what makes human interactions so intriguing and treacherous. Have you ever been in a meeting where someone said all the right things, yet you felt there was more beneath the surface? It could be a friend who oversteps boundaries, or a co-worker who shifts the situation to their own advantage. These invisible currents, this sinister dance between intentions and words, shape our relationships. It's a constant battle where emotional vigilance becomes your greatest ally. With every glance, every gesture, you have to be on guard. Imagine being surrounded by people who wield smiles like weapons, cloaking their true desires. It may sound exaggerated, but emotions are at the heart of control. The power to understand what's really at stake transforms you from a mere participant into a true strategist. Now grasp this. Unmasking these intentions isn't just about dodging traps, but about claiming space, becoming the architect of your own narrative. Get ready to reassess every interaction. Instead of being swept away by the tide of others' emotions, become the captain of your own ship. Analyze each gaze, each tone of voice, each silence. Perception is your advantage. This isn't paranoia, it's emotional intelligence. So when you encounter a shiny surface, ask yourself, what shadows lie beneath? These layers of manipulation can be unveiled, and the key to this journey will reveal itself as you delve deeper. You might be wondering, how do I unmask this game? But before we continue, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, only if you truly enjoy what I'm sharing here. I'm preparing a series of videos specially designed to guide you on your journey of self-discovery and personal growth. With that done, let's keep going. Have you ever felt betrayed by someone who seemed like a soulmate? That feeling is a labyrinth. Lured by promises and affection, you find yourself trapped in an emotional cycle that drains your vital energy. These toxic environments are seductive traps where love morphs into manipulation. What seems like affection can be the perfect mask for sinister intentions. For an empath, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's devastating. Now understand this. Toxic environments don't appear out of nowhere. They infiltrate your life like silent shadows, muffling your inner voice. Those who should be allies can turn into predators in disguise. A disdainful glance, a cutting remark, and just like that, your vulnerability is exposed. It's a macabre dance, where those unaware of their own limits move to the whims of others. Have you seen this happen? Many times you might have felt the manipulation in the air but didn't know how to respond. This happens because, as Machiavelli reminded us, we must learn to act with cunning. He said it's better to be feared than loved. Consider this in your relationships. How many times have you held back from asserting yourself in the name of love or friendship? When you allow others' emotions to shape your decisions, you hand your power over to them, and that surrender can be deadly. The key is to recognize these ties. Look around you, who truly uplifts you and who drains your energy. This awareness is your shield against betrayal. The allure of betrayal is an emotional trap. You shouldn't be a puppet in the hands of those who don't care. Become the conductor of your own emotional symphony. The game requires strategy, and you need to stay alert with every move. The resolution of this inner conflict, this emotional war for your freedom, will soon be revealed. You ask yourself, how can you overcome these treacherous bonds? The answer is closer than you think. Have you ever caught yourself seeking acceptance from others, offering your essence as if it were currency? This vulnerability is the gateway for manipulators. Empaths tend to be great listeners, believing in the power of affection. But the reality can be harsh. This quest for validation turns emotions into levers in someone else's hands. Now understand this, the mirror effect operates with ruthless logic. Your unresolved insecurities start to reflect in your relationships. You attract what you don't resolve. A friend who oversteps boundaries, a manipulative partner. All of this mirrors your own internal shadows. Remember what Machiavelli said, the nature of people is always the same. When you present yourself as defenseless, the predator sees an easy lunch, and you become the main course. Over time, you may have felt like a competitor at a table full of dishonest players. What should be support can turn into traps. A loving gesture might hide a secret agenda. Instead of getting swept away, transform into an observer. That's the real power. Don't be seduced by the shiny surface. What lies beneath? An emotional storm or a deceptive calm? It's time to rewrite your narrative. Utilize practical tools to reprogram your thoughts. Meditation, emotional journaling, even visualization exercises. These methods aren't just words, they're strategic weapons. Every reconfigured thought is a step toward strength. Confront your shadows, acknowledge them. Deal with those unresolved emotions before they bolster what is toxic. This transformation is a battle, but you are the warrior in this conflict. In your mind, replace the image of the victim with that of the conqueror. Ask yourself, why did I allow myself to be manipulated? Face it. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to reclaim your space, to set clear boundaries. Respect begins with you. Have you ever thought about that? Identify who truly uplifts you and who fails to respect your limits. This discernment is your armor. Each time you assert yourself, a piece of your identity becomes whole. So at the end of the day, instead of feeling drained, you'll feel revitalized, ready to face the world. Transform yourself. Empowerment isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. In the game of emotions, you're destined to be the master. So look in the mirror and see who you can become. Have you ever felt manipulated without even realizing it? It's your emotions that play the game there, hidden in the shadows. But what if I told you that those who manipulate aren't always in control? Often, those who appear strong are in fact fragile. And you, with your heightened sensitivity, are the true archetype of power. The art of emotional manipulation is a delicate dance. Those sweet words and fake smiles serve as curtains for dark intentions. A manipulator may seem dominant, but in reality you can flip that dynamic. The empath, with their ability for emotional intimacy, can navigate perception, creating a roadmap of what's amiss. Understanding this dynamic is the first step. Now understand this. Manipulators use silent codes to communicate. A glance, a gesture, a strategic pause. You need to be savvy. Machiavelli stated that true wisdom lies in knowing what to do and what to avoid. Recognizing these subtleties is what separates a mere player from someone with strategy. Picture this. A room full of people. A sarcastic comment, a wink. You felt it. In a second, your energy is drained. What happens to you? You recoil, submit, and think, what did I do wrong? A trap. But you can change that. Try this exercise. Analyze your surroundings. Look at who truly lifts you up and who siphons your strength. What makes you feel small? Recognizing this is your key to breaking free from the vicious cycle. The power lies in that recognition. What if, instead of reacting, you chose to respond? Imagine confidently saying no, pulling the energy away from that manipulator's game. Here's a practical example. In a work meeting, a colleague persistently tries to discredit your ideas. You might feel cornered, but start observing. Why do they do this? What are their insecurities? By transforming this experience, you not only take control away from them, but also position yourself as the leader of the situation. The manipulator anticipates an emotional reaction from you, but true power resides in your controlled response. So begin to carry that emotional control into your daily life. Learn to stand firm, to articulate your boundaries clearly. True strength comes from within, and by recognizing this, you change the game. Now think about who you want to be in this dynamic, the victim or the ruler. It's time to decide. Have you ever felt at the mercy of others' emotions? That sense of wandering through an emotional maze, where every choice feels like a trap? In those moments, what's missing is a shield, a form of protection that goes beyond words. The power lies in knowing how to defend yourself. As Machiavelli suggests, true wisdom appears when one respects the knowledge of the enemy. Recognizing hidden intentions and preparing for them is your first step. Here's a practical strategy. Visualize a protective barrier around you. Imagine a force field. a shield that reflects negativity and manipulation. When you sense a heavy energy, conjure up that image. Feel your posture shift. Assume the stance of a warrior. What you do in your mind holds real power in the external world. Inner strength isn't just an abstract concept, it's essential. By affirming this mental defense, you reconfigure your emotional responses. Moreover, words carry tremendous weight. Create mantras that can serve as anchors in moments of vulnerability. I am strong, I am capable, I set boundaries. Repeat these phrases whenever you sense those fake smiles approaching. Machiavelli said, "Man adapts to the nature of circumstances." So adapt your words to the nature of your emotions. Make them your armor. Silence is another powerful tool. Learn to value it. Amid the chaos of human interactions, this sacred space offers the listening you need. Ground yourself in the noise and honor your own silence. In those moments, your intuition will flourish. Intuition is your ally, a guide whispering truths that your mind might overlook. If you deprive yourself of that space, you risk allowing the emotions of others to fill your mind. Practice this. During a conversation, pause. Look deeply into the person's eyes. What do you feel? Silence is more than just the absence of words. It's a space of power. What emerges in that space is what truly matters. Listen to your intuition. When you hear those emotional echoes, respond wisely. You are not a spectator. You are your own ruler. Adapt, protect yourself, and use silence to your advantage. Cultivating this emotional autonomy is not a distant dream. It's a continuous practice. With every step, you'll grow stronger. In the end, the question will no longer be, how can I protect myself, but rather, how can I become unstoppable? The journey of empowerment is yours. And remember, true power comes from within. Have you ever felt the weight of emotional pain like an anchor dragging your essence to the depths? The reality is that this pain can be a powerful tool for transformation. Empaths like you have the ability to transmute painful experiences into lessons learned. This isn't just a clever trick. It's an essential strategy in a world full of subtle manipulations. Machiavelli said, "Uncertainty is the mother of invention." What does this mean for you? That the emotional uncertainty that often strikes you can be a source of strength. Instead of succumbing, you can use that pain as fuel to reinvent yourself. Look around you. Notice how many people cling to their scars, turning them into crutches. You don't need to be one of them. True power lies in letting go of what no longer serves you. So start now. Practice the transition. How? Here's a practical exercise. Write in a journal about past situations that have hurt you. Express your pain in words. It can be a rant or a letter to yourself. This opens up space for reflection and learning. As Machiavelli said, to know how to disguise one's intentions is the true sign of skill. By verbalizing your pain, you illuminate dark areas and can finally act upon them. The emotional turnaround here is crucial. The fragility you've always seen can transform into resilience. It's like sharpening a sword. The more you expose it to fire, the stronger it becomes. Every drop of pain transforms into a lesson, and every lesson becomes a step toward more authentic and meaningful relationships. Ask yourself, which of your relationships reflect unprocessed pain? By confronting this, you open the door to true healing. Surrounding yourself with people who uplift you is essential. Think of it as a filter. The energies you allow around you should be pure. Respect begins with you. Make a list of your interactions. Which ones drain your energy? Let them go. Authentic relationships are built on mutual recognition and inner strength. And remember, every time you reinvent yourself, you break the chains that bind you to the past. Change is your ally. By doing this, you not only empower yourself but also become the essence of wisdom. You are the architect of your own narrative. So be ready to write a new chapter, stronger and more enlightened. Ultimately, true wisdom doesn't come from pain, but from the ability to transform it. Have you ever tried to read someone's emotions but found yourself lost in a maze of ambiguous expressions? This emotional labyrinth exists because most interactions are laden with hidden messages. You need to be vigilant. The ability to interpret these signals is your armor, Now understand this, self-care should be your priority. Meditation, journaling, visualization techniques. These aren't just empty words, they're powerful tools. Meditation allows you to clarify that internal chaos. Imagine sitting in silence, taking deep breaths, feeling each heartbeat. Amid that silence, you find the authenticity of your emotions. This practice strengthens you. Turn those moments into a refuge, a space where you thrive. Consider journaling. Writing down your thoughts is a way to confront your anxieties. Draw parallels between your feelings and the behaviors of those you encounter. Through words, you illuminate the fabric of relationships, thus empowering yourself. As Machiavelli stated, "He who controls his emotions controls others." When you know yourself, no one can manipulate you. So, let your inner voice guide you. When emotional confusion sets in, take a moment to listen to yourself. What does that feeling of insecurity tell you? Introspection can sometimes be more powerful than a flood of advice. Strengthen your inner silence. It's in that space that true wisdom resides. Silence is a force, a power that people often underestimate. Trusting your perceptions brings a new perspective to the world. Every interaction is a game. Be prepared. Try this mental exercise. Whenever you enter a conversation, observe. The tone of voice, body language, the unsaid words, they reveal more than spoken words. By quieting yourself, you're closer to the truth. What gives you the insight needed to unmask hidden intentions? Transformation starts within you. Use emotional pain as fuel. Ask yourself, what do you truly feel? Break free from the chains of the past. Every time you express your emotions, you're one step closer to self-sufficiency. Be wary of manipulations disguised as affection. Don't allow yourself to be a puppet. You are the maestro of your life. Recognize who lifts you up and who drains your energy. This discernment is crucial. It's time to change the narrative. Decide to be the force that elevates. Transform yourself into the ruler of your emotions. By doing so, you not only strengthen yourself, you become unstoppable. This is the key you seek, the ability to see beyond masks, to feel the truth that lies beneath the surface. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have a special talent for unsettling you? These manipulators are masters at reading emotions, using your vulnerabilities as weapons. Now understand this, if you don't learn to interpret these signals, the battle will always be unequal. Machiavelli said, "Cunning is the chief instrument of rulers." As an empath, you need to become the ruler of your emotions. When someone throws a disingenuous smile your way, what does that really mean? Examine the foundation of the interaction. A fleeting glance, a casual comment, can carry a weight of emotion that is entirely different. Learn to trust your gut feelings. They are your radar, your compass in stormy seas. Intuition is your ally in this game. When you sense that something is off, instead of brushing it aside, embrace that feeling. Protect yourself. The dynamic between manipulators and empaths is a cunning choreography. Manipulators use the emotions of others as pawns on a chessboard. They know that by tugging at your emotional strings, they can gain risky control over you. Have you ever felt like a supporting actor in your own life? It's time to change that narrative. You must be the protagonist, the conductor of your own story. Build your internal principles of emotional protection. First, recognize your values. Ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Establishing clear boundaries is essential. Make it known that your feelings are not currency to be traded. Speak with conviction. Through a determined voice, turn fear into power. Statements like, "I don't feel comfortable with this," should roll off your tongue as naturally as breathing. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved." Use that to your advantage. When you assert yourself, manipulators will see that there is no room for their dirty tricks. Practice this self-confidence daily. When you sense someone invading your emotional space, visualize a barrier, a shield that reflects negativity. Do this in your mind's eye. Close your eyes and see that energy fading around you. You are the warrior of your own reality. And when you assert yourself, you become unstoppable. Expand your field of strength. Every interaction should be a dance where you lead the music. Don't submit. You are the maestro of this symphony. Transform fear into a driving force. When you realize that emotional games are not about you, but about others' insecurities, you start to dismantle the manipulation. The deep cuts of a manipulator's pain reveal their vulnerabilities. You have that ability. Use it. Look them square in the eye and say, no. That no will resonate with the power of thunder. And you, at last, will begin to feel free. Have you ever felt stuck in a cycle of manipulation, drained by others' emotions? The truth is that cycle can end now. You are an empath, and this is a powerful ability, not a weakness. It's time to face what it truly means to be an empath and how it can put you in control. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize yourself in a common situation, a meeting, a dinner, a casual encounter. People whispering, smiles exchanged, but you feel that something is off. You feel vulnerable, as if your emotions are currency in the hands of manipulators. Machiavelli said, "He who does not know the true nature of people can easily be deceived." Do you see? The true power lies in understanding this dynamic. Now grasp this. Your ability to sense emotions is not a burden. It's a sharp blade that can cut the ties of manipulation. You must learn to wield that perception to your advantage. Don't fool yourself. Trusting too much in others is a common mistake. When you recognize hidden intentions, you refuse to be the puppet. When manipulation comes cloaked in fake smiles, you must respond with the strength of your knowledge. Acknowledging your emotions and transforming them is what differentiates the manipulated from the manipulators. Each drop of pain is an opportunity. Each disappointment is a lesson. Instead of letting those feelings drain you, use them. Start changing the narrative. Instead of asking yourself, why does this happen to me? Shift to, what can I learn from this? Strength comes from within. Remember, as Machiavelli once said, it is necessary to adapt to circumstances. The power of transformation lies in learning to manage your emotions and using that knowledge to shape your interactions. You are not a victim. You are the archetype of power. Embrace the present and create a future that reflects the inner strength you possess. So now what? It's your turn. Share your experiences. If this message resonates with you, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more insights. Remember, true transformation starts now. What you do with what you feel defines who you become. You are more powerful than you realize. Every step towards self-confidence is a step further on your journey of transformation. Embrace it.